Waiting for people to get in here. I got a friend of mine that's actually going to join the live. What's going on? Anyone in here? Yo, what's going on, guys? It is day three. Day three, and I'm supposed to have one of my friends, one of my lifelong friends, hop on here, and we're just doing a trial run. Okay, here he comes. What's up, dude?
Yeah, dude.
We're live.
Super nice. Here we go.
We've got
Yeah.
like three people in the room, or at least two or three.
All right, right on.
I just am sitting on my bed eating some yogurt. If you wouldn't believe.
Oh, that's a dream, dude.
Yeah, I'll get this, better eventually, but this is kind of cool, right?
Yeah.
So,
Official Matt.
and it usually takes a little while for people to filter in, especially since no one knew that we were on here. But
Yeah.
anyways,
Good. I'm gonna get your channel up on my desktop here so I can start looking at like how do I know who's here? You know?
mm-hmm. Oh wow! All of a sudden we got 13 people. What's going on, Prison Channel 33? How you doing? This is my name. Obviously, everyone knows I'm lost at 40, and this is my lifelong friend, Danny. We've been friends since we were like literally like I don't even know how long has it been. 14, 15,
Oh my God.
maybe it was.
I was 19. Matt was 16 when we met, I believe. 16 and 19. Oh God. 26 years, something like that. Oh my God. Long
Yeah,
time.
we used to hang. Basically, we used to. All we would really do. We always had a great time. It was like we had Monday night volleyball, and I couldn't drive back then. Danny had a terrible little white Volkswagen, and we would just basically drive up this road, up and down this road called Plymouth Road, and we just get Taco Bell, sometimes multiple times in a night.
Sometimes multiple times in a day, and laugh as much as we could.
Yep, we used to listen to like White Lion till the cassette until that thing almost like burnt off on us. We used to listen to like White Lion
Yeah.
till the cassette until that thing almost like burnt off on us. Oh God, I'm hearing myself like with a huge like delay. The cassette until that thing almost like
Oh,
burnt off on
that's
us.
because hold on. That's because my speakers were on. This is gonna be as gumpy as possible.
It's okay.
Just so
Yeah,
everyone.
everyone's gonna have to kind of bear with us. We're trying to get this thing going to where, maybe once a week on Thursdays or something, we're gonna do like a live stream where, we'll ask each other questions about all kinds of topics, probably start out sobriety and stuff like that. but I think it'll be kind of cool. Feels great on tacos. Well, I don't know, what did you get every time at Taco Bell? I mean, I kind of forget what your official was. I don't remember.
I always got a nacho supreme almost every time. I got a nacho supreme, a bean burrito, and sometimes just a classic crunchy taco.
Yep. Yeah, you would switch it up. I was a psycho back then. I would get strictly pretty much like two bean burritos with like I forget, like I think it was just like extra. I would get lettuce and tomatoes like added onto it to make it like, a little extra crispy. Because that lettuce it just adds a little bit of zest to it, dude. But and the thing we used to always say was how it is true. Like still, like when you go to Mountain Dew, I don't know what they do with the fountain Mountain Dew, but it's just like so crispy. Like you just can't even believe it sometimes, dude. Wow.
Yeah, Mountain Dew is so official.
Cool. We got 16 people. Please like and subscribe. That's kind of cool, man. I'm surprised actually we have that many people so far. Whatever.
Yeah,
But
it is cool. I've got it up on my desktop now, so I can't see the number of people, but I've got the chat up so I can see if anybody says anything. I'm new to some of this stuff, guys. Actually, Matt knows more about YouTube. I'm not very much of a social media person, but I'm starting to be more of one. I'm trying to figure it out, so bear with me. I'm a noob.
mm-hmm.
I got it up here though. You can see people talking.
No,
Um,
yeah.
I've got I've got Matt's channel up on my desktop, so um, I can see the chat scrolling. If anyone has any questions while we're talking, I'll see it, and I'm happy to respond if anybody has any thoughts or wants to share their own opinion on stuff. But what Matt and I had talked about before doing this is that we were just basically going to talk about addiction, and I'm happy if Matt wants to. I'm happy to get the ball rolling and kind of ask him some questions. And as you guys are listening to our conversation, feel free to type something in, and we might go off on a tangent and whatever. Let's try it, right?
Yeah, let's go for it, man. Go ahead if you're cool with that. Go ahead and start us off.
Okay.
You can ask me
All right.
whatever you want.
Cool. So, uh, the last conversation Matt and I had was we were talking about the fact that Matt is a recovering addict and I am not. I've never suffered from addiction and I've never been down the path that he has been down many times and is on right now, which is recovery and trying to get things, you know, the way he wants them for his life. And I know that it's a battle and sometimes I feel like I'm not sure what to say to my old friend Matt. We've been friends for 26 years, but I have not experienced that, so I feel like sometimes I cannot truly show him sympathy because I have not experienced it. So I kind of feel like a fraud or feel like um like I almost want to ask you, Matt, like since I have not experienced addiction, like what can I do as your old friend to help you when you're struggling with something I have not experienced?
I mean, honestly, you're one of the only one of my friends that actually does what a person in my situation really needs is like, um, just being there for me, letting me call and talk and, um, not necessarily like punishing me when I, tell you, hey, I made a mistake, I screwed up again, and I'm just going to readjust this a little. Um, because as addicts, we do make mistakes, and I've made so many mistakes. So many at times have I said, I'm gonna do this, and then blip blip, I fall off track. And most people in my life have just completely abandoned me for that. They give up on they've given up on me, and honestly, that is the worst thing that you could do to an addict. I mean, I understand if the person is like out of control and just being crazy and hateful and all that, and especially if they're not ready to quit. But when someone's trying like me and you can see that, the last thing someone like me needs is to be to be isolated and to have no friends and to have people just punish you, as if as because at this stage in my addiction, it's not like I'm going out and partying it up and having a good time. Like it's literally I'm taking my addiction into my room. I'm completely alone, and me and my addiction of choice, which is usually alcohol coupled with whatever else. I take it. It's just that becomes your best and only friend, and that's definitely not very healthy to isolate like that. A lot of us addicts are extremely emotional people with big hearts, but you never get to see that because the addiction has taken over our soul in a sense, to be honest. And all we really need is love and compassion. There are circumstances where I get it, like maybe give someone a break or whatever, but I mean, you've just always handled it really well. I mean, by just hearing me out. I don't expect you to understand, So I mean, you've always done a great job with that, and that's what I think people really need is. I mean, it's been proven, it's been shown that sometimes a good friend can be better than a high-paid therapist, really. So that's kind of all I
Yeah,
really have on that one.
for sure. Um, yeah, it sounds like what you're saying is, I mean, for people, if there's people listening who are in a similar situation, or maybe have a friend who struggles to know how to help them, this sounds like what you're saying is just don't disappear, basically.
Yeah, don't completely disappear on them. At least let them know that somebody cares about them. Especially, it's like AA is cool. That's a good place to go. I mean, it is a good place to go to get understanding, absolutely. And not just AA, but any other type of sobriety group is great. But there's nothing like having an old friend that you've known your whole life or a family member to really be there for you when you need it. Nothing can ever replace that, because your mind just, at least for me, I mean, I'm always living in the past. That's what addicts do. We live in the past, too far in the past or too far in the future. We're never present. And so being able to have a good friend talk to you kind of brings you back into the present and makes you think, all right, well, God, at least I have somebody in my corner that I actually know, and care about. And that's just a huge tool in my toolbox. I mean, there's a lot of other things I probably need, but the worst thing is like certain people in my life, I don't think that they mean to, but they do the tough love thing. And I don't know if you want me to mention this, but I was raised as a Jehovah's Witness, and everyone all knows this. And I don't know if you want to tell them that you were or not, but basically, we grew up together, so you could imagine that I could say that, right? We were both witnesses.
Oh
Is that
yeah,
okay? I don't know.
that's fine.
So we grew up, yeah, we both grew up as witnesses, like literally like Nick knocking on doors. And, not to put those people down, I'm not hateful towards the Jehovah's Witnesses, but their MO is once you done bad, pretty much you get disfellowship. We not go talk to you anymore. And honestly, even if you do come back after doing something pretty like being disfellowshipped, you're never really looked at quite the same. And that really sucks. I mean, people like me need forgiveness. Otherwise, it's just going to drive us further and further down the road of addiction. And I mean, I can't tell you how many times people very, very, very close to me have totally unknowingly thrown me right back into the worst addiction I've ever had. Just because more hurt feelings, more pain equals I need to take care of that. And how do we do that? Addicts take care of their pain with the substance of choice, alcohol being number one for me. And
Yeah,
so
for sure,
I don't
man.
know if that
That's
makes sense.
yeah, no, it all totally makes sense. The you know, Matt was talking about the um Christian faith we were raised in, Jehovah's Witnesses. I don't mind talking about that.
Okay, cool.
And
I just didn't know.
yeah, no, I appreciate you saying that. It's completely fine. And you know, if you if you mess up too much, you're not a part of it anymore. But the hardest part is that part of the punishment is um, you are cut off from everybody you ever knew. And that's the easiest way to put it. And so I think Matt, like one of the things, and you know, tell me if I'm wrong, but I think one of the things that hurt you the most when you started really having problems with addiction, you were really drinking a lot and going down a bad road is that you then turned to some of those people, including some of your family members, and they closed the door to you and you were completely on your own. And it sounds like what you're saying is that in that moment that that was the worst possible thing to do was for you to just have the door closed to you and be on your own, because then what are you going to turn to? Well, probably you're going to turn back to drinking, right? Shit.
Oh my
That sucks.
God. Exactly. There's there's a lady here asking who's the guest. I just want to reiterate, this is my lifelong friend, Danny. We've been friends since I was 16. And yeah. But but yeah, like that's so true when you're talking about what happened is, I mean, that's what we're talking about, so I'm gonna talk about it. But
Yeah.
that was just devastating. I mean, growing up as a witness, this is a great topic actually. You were the same as me. Everybody we knew from the day we were born was a Jehovah's Witness. I mean, our for me, it was my grandmother, my uncles, my aunts, every friend, my wife and her family, and once you get basically shunned, I never let them disfellowship me because I didn't go in and allow them to have a judicial meeting with me, but I became marked, which is kind of like the same thing. And man, people like a light switch. I mean, you thought that people kind of loved you, and then you're having issues, and instead of people, even one person coming up to you and saying, "Hey, are you all right? Like, do you need some help? Do you need some guidance?" And you'd think that an organization that reveres, love and Jesus and stuff like that, you didn't get that type of love. You didn't. It's very weird. It was like, wait a minute. All we were taught about is like Jesus, God, and love, and yet when it comes down to it, there really is none. And it just that just totally destroyed my whole world and threw me head over heels into hardcore drinking. And from that point on, I mean, I was just on a like just a straight up downhill road from there. I just couldn't make sense of it. I couldn't. I was just like, what do I do now? Now, thankfully, my you stuck with me the whole time. My wife stuck with me for a while until I screwed that up. But I just wonder, would we still be together had, everyone that I knew, including my own grandmother, no offense to her, had they not completely abandoned me. Um, Now I know that I mean some things are my fault. I mean, a lot of things are my fault, but still, it's like to abandon someone completely. I didn't do anything to really deserve that. At least I don't think. But it just that created so much animosity and honestly hatred in my heart that it changed me for a long time into kind of not such a great person. Um, that type of regret and anger and hatefulness, that coupled with alcohol is a super bad recipe, and that's kind of the result of where I'm at now. Um, I do forgive those people now, but it has taken me years. And I would say that there's still probably a remnant inside of me that struggles with it, but I'd like to say I do love all those people still, even though I'll never see them or talk to them, and I forgive them, you know. So,
Yeah, yeah, for sure.
how did you, I mean, was it like that for you at all? Like, did you really feel like completely abandoned? You didn't really quite, I don't know. I don't know if you had the same.
My experience is a little bit different from yours. Um, and for for the people who joined, Matt's family did, and family and friends did pretty much did the tough love thing with him that he mentioned before. Um, like, we're not even going to talk to you. You're just on your own. Good luck. And I think that was one of the hardest things for Matt. I am fortunate. The same thing happened to me. Okay, I got kicked out, and so you're you're kind of like a black sheep. You can go off away from the pack and go out in the woods and deal with the wolves, do the best you can because you're a black sheep now. So just like, go, go ahead, good luck. And that's how you feel. You go, okay, I'm a black sheep now. I'm gonna wander out into the woods. It's a little nicey, and I'm gonna try to make it work out in the woods. And there's gonna be wolves that are probably gonna try to bite my face off, and it might be a little scary on my own. And you make your own way and you survive on your own. Uh, and one thing that is different about my situation, and I'm really fortunate, I'm really grateful for this, is that my brother and my mom stuck with me, and they pretty much took the stance of, I'm from my brother's perspective, I'm gonna talk to my brother. You guys can get lost. And from my mom's perspective, pretty much the same thing. I love my son. I'm gonna have a relationship with him no matter what. And they stuck with me, and I'm really fortunate for that. Matt didn't have that, and I think that I can't even imagine how hard that was to lose that. Lose your family and your extended family. Matt's got a big extended family that used to have like giant get-togethers. We're out with all the cousins and everybody. I never had that basis to begin with. I always had a small family, and then the small family that I had, my mom and my brother, stuck with me, and we, the three of us really love each other, and we always will, even when we fight with each other, which we do all the time. So
Yeah,
I'm grateful for that, and I think I guess that's where our experiences were a little bit different. Would you agree?
yeah, yeah. I think that yeah, for sure. I mean, your brother's great, and Nick, he has also been a good friend of mine for a long time. He's one person that stuck with me as well, and so that was really good, actually. Very surprising to me, really. Um, fortunately, actually, my mom and dad eventually left the so-called truth, the witnesses, and so they do talk to me, and that's good. But they can't help it. Their mindset's still kind of like that. So they're a lot better, but um they don't know that they're doing it, but they put me through a lot of torture in my mind just because their belief system is somewhat different, but really quite very much the same. I think that you and I are probably the same in this way that we're both like this, very much free thinkers. I mean, Danny and I both think differently on certain topics, and no one's going to tell us anything different. We're both very free individuals who want the ability to question things and be wrong sometimes. And so I believe it's okay to be wrong sometimes. That's how you grow. That's how you learn, and that's just not at all acceptable in the world that I like, the people that I came up with and around. So I was always kind of a rebel from the start, I guess. And I don't say that to be proud. I'm not proud to be that way. It's just the way I am. Always. I was always like that as a kid, and I just it's hard to not be. It's hard to not be who you really are. So I
Yeah,
mean, Think about it.
Yeah.
Even when we were kids and we were still we were playing in a punk rock band. We were making videos as soon as the video camera even was around that we could take around. We were like beat burrito slapping cars and doing pranks and doing always doing stuff we weren't really supposed to do. But I mean, it was all pretty innocent for the most part, But that was not tolerated well in our world, you know.
Yeah, yeah, we were always a little bit rebellious. We were always getting into stuff that we shouldn't have been. But we were young and wanted to laugh and have fun and like have a good time. We weren't really serious enough for some of that stuff to begin with.
For
But
sure. Um, I was gonna ask you since you asked me, like how I I feel guilty sometimes. I obviously feel guilty about the fact that I have had all these struggles and stuff, and I just wanted to ask you how it is to deal with someone like me, basically, with all these issues.
yeah, that's a great question. I like that you asked that because I don't think you directly asked me that question before, and that's good. I might need a second to think about it. Um,
Yeah, that's okay.
and I'm
You can.
wondering if anyone watching maybe has experienced this from either perspective, either from the perspective of the addict trying to recover, or the perspective of the friend who has never had a problem with addiction and but is still a good friend and wants to be supportive but can't see it from the perspective of having gone through it, and which is something that I really don't want to do as a person. Like I never want to judge your struggle because I haven't experienced it. I don't want to do that, so that's why I don't do that. But to answer your question, sometimes it sucks,
I
and
bet.
and when one thing that really sucks is that when, I know you well enough that I know I can sometimes feel it when we're talking that you're like kind of you slipped up or maybe you're about to slip up or something like that. And then sometimes when you do, I because of that, and I don't know if it's because you're feeling ashamed of yourself or angry or what, but you usually won't talk to me for a few days, and so then it's just radio silence. And so for me that's like a feeling of helplessness because I'm thinking, oh, I know my friend is struggling right now, maybe even more than other times, but doesn't like nothing I can do because he just doesn't want to talk to anybody right now. So I guess from my perspective it would be better if you called and like swore or like swear about your day or just like vent a little bit just so that I know you're alive and well, because if I don't hear from you sometimes it's been like, dude, this sucks, man. I don't know if you're like you know not okay or out in the cold or something. Like I need to hear from you. So contact, I think, from both sides is really important in a relationship, even when it kind of sucks to do so.
Well, that's awesome to know because I sometimes don't want to bother. I don't want don't want to bother anyone and
Hmm.
burden anyone either. But yeah, it's like it's a shameful thing. It's like, oh God, I'm in state, this stupid state, and I don't really want to call you like all messed up and acting stupid. I've done that before, and it's just embarrassing. It's super embarrassing. It's like, oh, I have to admit defeat once again. So I'm sorry for that. I know that's not easy. Um, but honestly, just thinking about it, like when we were younger, the best times we ever had in my mind was when we were definitely not drinking. I don't think you and I ever really drank together, really. You know, um, and I'm glad because we had so much more fun. The few times we did hang out when I was messed up, I remember it wasn't that great. It was weird. So I mean, that's why I'm really looking forward to like getting back into really doing this thing and staying sober so that we can have more fun times, and then you don't have to worry about your friend like dying every other day or whatever, or potentially being in a really bad situation, which I mean, I've put myself in quite a situation as it is, but I mean, thankfully I'm okay, um, and I hope to continue to remain that way, not just for me, but for for you and my family, and for really the people that watch me on this channel too. I don't want to let them down either. I know that we don't have a ton of people on right now, but guaranteed eventually I think we will, and it'll be really good to it'll be really fun to encourage other people, give people a platform to be able to just like relax for, however long that we do our live, and just listen to us talk and engage, I mean, um, anyone who wants to say anything can say whatever they want. Hopefully, we'll try to keep it nice. I know I'm going to. And yeah, just to support each other and help each other through all this. Life's tough. I mean, life's hard for everyone, I would imagine, right? I mean, I'm sure it's hard, just as hard for people who don't have addictions. Um, this world's not getting any easier as it seems.
Yeah, I agree. It looks like there's only a couple people in the channel, but I do want to hear from the other people who are here. I'm curious because I always want to hear what other people are going through or experiencing, and like part of why Matt and I started doing this is because we're both a little lost at 40, We're
Both single.
we're yeah, I'm single.
Me too.
And we're both like still figuring it out in our 40s. So, we're just kind of like putting this out there. Um I hope some other people have thoughts and like things that they want to share, other things that we can talk about. And they eventually probably will. I mean, I enjoy the conversation no matter what happens, but
Yeah.
this would be good.
No, that'll happen. I don't know if it's saying that we have three people in here, and I'm wondering if it's just me and you and one other person.
it's, it's like there's like one person listening to us.
Say
Yeah.
hi, whoever's watching us. Can you please say hi? Just
How do we
really
tell
quick.
who our one person is even?
I don't even know. I'm not really sure about that. But to find out a way to figure that one out. I would think
Uh,
that maybe you could see.
yeah, on my phone it doesn't say, it just says three people. I'm gonna look
There's
over at my computer and see if I can check like who's actually here.
three super nice people in here.
Three.
Okay.
The one person hanging in there with us.
I happen to be one. Yeah. No, I think it's just because people aren't. I need to like let them know, and I'm thinking that for sure, if you're cool with it, we should do. We could let them know now, and then oh, we got another person. Say what's up. Somebody say hi, please.
We got a fourth person.
Um, but I'm gonna do some shorts like today and tomorrow, and like let people know like we're gonna be on this Thursday, probably 7 o'clock. You think? Oh, we got someone.
On Banaspecs. What's up? Welcome
Woo
to the
woo!
chat. Yeah. Um,
Oh, and another one, West End
oh,
Blonde.
we got West
What's
End
going on,
Blonde.
guys?
What's up? Yeah, like if a couple people just joined, and this is just Matt and his longtime friend, me, Danny, and we decided to hop in here and just talk about addiction, and we basically just want to spread good energy. I think, we've been talking on the phone a lot. We want people to benefit from us talking, if because it seems to, like, Matt and I benefit from each other when we talk. We both have our own struggles, in life. And we're a couple dudes in our 40s that, like to encourage each other, and it's all positive. So that's basically what we're
Yeah,
doing. Um, whatever your situation is, if you're out there, if you're a little lost, if you're lonely, I get lonely as hell. if you just want to say stuff, say honest stuff about yourself and your own struggles, it's just like an open forum, like why not? If we can benefit from each other, why not?
Yeah, we're lost at 40. If you're lost at 30 or lost at 20 or even lost at 50, man, bring it in. Because
Cheers,
maybe we
whoever
should,
you.
yeah. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
But
I didn't expect anybody to be here in the channel with us, just like hopping on and you sending me a text and starting a chat. So I'm fine with there only being one person.
me too. I didn't think that we'd have that many people on either. I mean, earlier we had like for a second we had like 16 people come on, and they were probably just like, oh, geez, but
Well, probably. Yeah. I mean, I would probably, there's just like two people talking.
there's a couple people, there's some people on here I have known for a long time, like guy named Seeking Freedom. He's from Grand Rapids, Michigan, and he's a good friend. And then Kevin, and so there's some people I know for sure. Like once I let them know that for sure we'll be on Thursday, then we'll have some people that will engage.
Oh,
But
cool.
now it's
Yeah.
just down to the two of us.
It's just, it's over. That's all right.
Do you think this might be? Do you think this might be a decent place to stop the lives now that we've got it down, and maybe just plan on the Thursday and kind of get prepared for that?
Let me just see if I can like on my phone see like who people actually are somehow.
Hmm. Yeah, go ahead.
I'm doing the options on my phone real quick.
Cool. I'm gonna play with some stuff too, really quick.
Here I can
It's a good
text.
way to.
Yeah. All right.
Oh, this is cool. I think I can do a green screen. Look at that. So I think I can put like some kind of cool background up, which that's kind of awesome. Whoa,
Kaleidoscope.
I love it. That's
Hmm.
nuts. Just playing with
Oh,
some stuff here really quick. Big face?
big head.
That's awesome. I kind of like having like a green screen, dude. It's sweet.
Thermal.
Wow, how are you doing that?
I'm just clicking on all these options. I just clicked on effects like on the side.
Yeah,
Yeah, like the little effects bar. I clicked on it. It looks like little diamonds
that's
or little
awesome.
sparkles. It's like the middle one, and then there's all these different effects you can scroll through.
This is
Mosaic.
great, man. I like being able to have like it's not even is it Tuesday? No, it's
All
today
right.
is Tuesday, right?
Yeah, it's Tuesday.
It's not the time, but I must have taken a picture of that earlier.
Hmm.
This is awesome. I love being able to have like a bad background. That's great.
Oh, here we go. Okay, I got it back to normal. All right. How'd you do the background?
I went to it like I clicked down on the options and it literally says green screen, and I just hit it, and then I'm able to like go through my pictures. Any picture that I have, I can like just click it and have that as my background.
Hmm.
Can have my it's my face, a little fizz ace.
There's my tortillas.
Oh yeah, those things are awesome, man.
Guerrero.
Guerreros. Dude, you
I'm
know what's gonna be you're gonna laugh at is that I don't have guerreros, but I have these other like tortillas I got from like I hate to say it, the food pantry for free. And the way I've been making chizips is by just like kind of like irresponsibly like leaving them out in like the open, like so air gets exposed to them and they just become crispy, dude. So that's my like recipe. Just like,
That is official Matt, dude. That's so terrible.
instead of doing it the right way, just like do it the terrible wrong way. So classic, dude. Why can't I just? Oh, that's awesome. Whose dog is that?
That's Clover. That's Felix's border collie.
That's awesome.
She likes
I
to
love the
sit
fact that we can.
like a human.
I love the fact we can do this. Like,
Oh,
yeah.
well,
Oh,
nicey.
cool. That's a great way to like show pictures. Like if we had like, hey, I want to show you this or that. Like, that's pretty neat. I'm
Yeah, I'm
loving
glad
this thing.
you read that. That is really cool. I wouldn't have known. I'm glad we've messed with it a little bit.
Yeah. Now when we get on and do it like legit, it'll be so official. There's some, those are the socks that we're going to be promoting eventually.
Yeah, those are the darn tough socks.
I'm telling you, it could be really fun to like continue to do this and get a bunch of people in, and then who knows? I mean, just because we both have the same attitude of we like honesty and genuine reality, and there's nothing you're gonna see on here that's fake. Hey, what's going on, Mystic Shadow? How you doing? Welcome in. But there's nothing really fake about us. We might be retards, at least myself, but um, there's nothing fake about us. We are our authentic selves. We believe in like that. So like you're like these socks, like what you were telling me about them? Like they're great. Like they offer a lifetime guarantee, which you don't always see a lot.
Yeah, my darn tough socks. Here, I'm gonna do the other picture because they're still in the package.
I'm gonna grab my Slurpee really quick. That's okay.
Yeah, yeah,
I'll be
grab
right
it.
back. I'm just heading into the green.
All right.
Back. That's so awesome. That's so, that
All right,
looks hilarious.
I'm glad we stayed to play with this because I need to get used to it.
Yeah, I'm not trying to jump off or nothing like that. I just
There's so much stuff you can do.
He said, finally someone said my username right. Sheesh. I've changed a few times. Nice to know that people can read. No sarcasm. Yeah,
Oh,
absolutely, man. I mean, we'll try to get your username right every time.
yeah, Mystic Shadow. What's up, buddy? That is a good username. We're just chilling, talking. I put my socks up behind me. Um, this I live in Maine, and this company, Darn Tough Socks, is in Vermont, and it's kind of cool because Vermont's not that far from me, so it doesn't take too long for them to send me new socks. But I was telling Matt, I love these. I actually love these socks. This is in no way some kind of paid promotion. Like we're literally chatting about these socks because they have a lifetime guarantee, and you don't need a receipt or a proof of purchase or anything with these particular socks. They're expensive when you buy them. They're like a $25 pair of socks, but they're socks forever because you just send them your socks with your address, and they were like, "Yep, those are our socks," and they send you a new pair, no questions asked. So it's pretty awesome. So we were just playing around with this and put my socks up there on the screen. Darn tough,
That's awesome. Yeah,
Vermont.
they're getting a little free promotion.
Yeah,
But
yeah, promotion,
who
but
knows? Maybe
I
one day
love
we
it.
could get into that. Mystic Shadow says, you guys are great. You're chilling, talking, paying attention to the chat, not skipping anything. It's really nice. I'm subbing. Thank you. It's
Yeah.
a little make things work. Thanks, man. I appreciate that. It's super cool of you to engage with us. And this is, just the beginning of what we do and I think that'd be
Hmm.
fun to be able to let people engage, talk with us, and um, what's going on with your life today, Mystic? It's got to be tough being a shadow in this mystical world. No, I'm
Yeah,
just
what's
kidding.
up, man? Tell us about
I'm just joking though.
No, I like when people hop in and get involved in chat. Talking about socks. Talk about whatever you want to.
Yeah. Um, but yeah, I mean, I could see us eventually, yeah, like promoting some kind of, just businesses that are actually cool, that are trying to help and do the right thing. Health, things like that. I mean, it'd be fun. Could
Yeah, I
talk about world events, even if we, I don't want to get all crazy and political at all, but there's some things that are just like, whoa, like, what do you think about this? I mean, like one thing that's got me a little bit tripped out is, I guess our so, not to be mean, but I guess our president went ahead and just swooped up another president, like just swooped him up. I mean, that I've never heard of this thing. Like, so we can do that? Like, to me, this just seems like we're like living in a world that I don't get it, but it is what it is.
oh
This is
god, yeah, it's unbelievable. But and you're right. I guess we should probably avoid politics, but um,
yeah, I
in a
definitely don't want
um,
to go there. It's like, hey,
but
it's kind of funny. I mean, you get swooped up and you're a president, whatever.
it is kind of funny. This is president with just loving his life 1 second being the president of Venezuela, and next thing you know, he's getting swooped by a couple stormtroopers and like literally like thrown in the back of a car and probably had a bag put over his head. Like that's would be. I mean, it's terrible, but I guess it is kind of funny when you say he got swooped.
Yeah, it's terrible, but you got to make some humor out of this stuff, I feel, because it is a little bit like, how does that happen? I mean, we've had like world wars where like, these countries come together. I mean, I guess all we needed to do was just knock on his front door and ask him if he would please come outside. Like in this, I don't know.
Yeah, I hadn't even thought
Mystics.
much about that, but you're right, man. The poor guy got swooped up. That's scary,
So it looks
man.
like Mystics from Pittsburgh, so he totally understands uh what we're both dealing with the cold weather. I'm living in Michigan, and I don't know if you want to tell anyone where you're from or where you're at, but it's not a warm place.
Oh yeah, Maine. Yeah, Maine and Michigan's here. I'm in Maine, so yeah, Pittsburgh is freezing right now and probably just got some snow. Started in Michigan, traveled across to Maine. I'm not sure if it went down to Pittsburgh or not, but it probably did. I'm sure. I mean, that's down a little bit and across. So Pittsburgh probably just got hammered by some snow in the last
Is it
week.
super cold? Is it like unbelievable? Is it way colder, do you think, in Maine than it is Michigan? Like
No, it's
normally?
very
Like,
no, it's very similar because where I'm at, basically, I mean, the last place I was northern Michigan, up, where it's freaking cold, like up by the UP. And if you draw a line like straight across the Great Lakes and go directly east, you end up in Maine. So it's very similar.
okay, yeah.
Yeah.
I've never been there, so I don't know, but I know my ex-wife was there, and then we got another guy in here, Cyrus Miller, who just simply said sausage fest, and I guess it is kind of a sausage fest. Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
it's fine.
Yep.
Most of the dudes in here, I mean, there's no tacos, just straight sausages.
Yep. We're dudes.
So that's all
Um,
good, man. What's up? What's going on, Cyrus?
Cyrus
Where are you
Miller.
from? Yeah, it reminds me of Shane Miller, our old grow up
Mm.
friend we grew up with. I wonder, now that's another guy that, oh my God, I hope that he's still alive. I'm not trying to like laugh at all. It's dead serious, but I just, no, that guy's a whole different level of alcoholic. Um, and I just don't even know what to say about it. Like, seeing him, maybe 4 or 5 years, it was during COVID. We got to be careful about saying that word, but during that time, during 2020, he, I had seen him, and it was just the worst thing I'd ever seen. Like his addiction with alcohol was just. scary, scary. I had to watch him like trembling every night, and then wake up in the morning doing it all over again. And that I could say, like we were talking about, what does it feel like? That showed me a little bit of like what it must feel like for you guys, because it hurt me. It hurt me to see my friend going through that, you know. And believe it or not, you would think that that would make me not want to ever drink. No, it spiraled me into drinking. So, um, yeah, I just pray that he's okay, honestly. I think he is still alive. I don't know how.
I, yeah, I want you to update me if you hear from him because I loved Shane, man. He was one of my nicest friends, man. He was awesome. Special Shane.
Super good. Yeah, he's still a super nice person, but he's really not the same person. Like his brain's not the same person. It's all because of drinking and drugs.
Mhm. Yeah, we were Cyrus from Texas had a comment about his cousin being addicted to marijuana. I mean, Matt has smoked a lot of weed, so feel free to talk about marijuana addiction. We earlier we were talking about alcohol addiction and different perspectives. Some people have experienced it, some people haven't. Uh, there's and they still need you as a friend, whether you have experienced it or not. Talked about that earlier. So, if you have any thoughts or anything, throw them out there about marijuana, about anything. We're just got chilling, just talking.
I know. I could be wrong. I think Cyrus might be being a little bit facetious with us. Just only reason I say this because of the Sausage Fest comment, and then um, I don't want to downplay. I'm just going to be honest. I don't want to downplay. You could be addicted to anything. You could be addicted to water. I don't know. Like like you could, and I don't condone marijuana or whatever, but I will say that if there is anything that, in my mind, my personal opinion, who am I? At least with marijuana, there's no terrible, like, I don't know. At least for me, I never felt like I'm out of control. I'm super, high on weed. There's no there's really not, for me, there's no physical addiction. Yes, it can be mental. I think that you could probably spend all your time and money smoking, but for me, I don't know. I don't want to be like this, but it's just, if I'm being real, I think that there's much worse um, things to be addicted to. And then now he's saying I'm addicted to food. I respect that, because you can be addicted to food and you can be abusing your body in that way also. So I'm not disrespecting that at all. You're gonna get some funny people. This guy says he's addicted to fat women. Well, I mean that's good though, because everyone needs loving. No.
Yeah, you're right. I'm just reading what
Looks like,
Mystic's saying. Mystic's actually like an actual real person talking to us.
yeah, yeah. We're gonna have to sort of. Well, it's cool because if anyone's on saying anything right now, it's cool. But we'll have to moderate it a little bit. Do you want to read what Mystic was saying?
Yeah, I like it. Yeah, Mystic had and you're right about those other people are people just like hopping in, saying something stupid and then leaving and doing it in all caps and it's just I mean you can always I notice next to the person's name if you highlight them this is on my desktop. There's the three little dots. You can click that and click block if you really wanted to.
Okay, that's cool. Well, I'm glad that you're able to do that, because I wouldn't want anyone saying anything too crazy and certainly not offensive.
Yeah, like I
I,
mean people are definitely gonna like hop in, say dumb stuff and leave. I mean, I'm not sure why you would a person would want to do that, but we could do that if it comes to that. Just let me know. But saying dumb stuff's not a big deal.
I actually want to address what Mystic was saying. I love this comment, actually. This is a great thing to say. He said,
Yeah, do it.
if someone were, tell me, if someone were to hug you Would you fist bump them instead? Have it be a short hug or a full-on bear hug or just no touch at all? People are different, and I'm curious. Um, so that's a great question. I'll answer first if it's okay, and then maybe you want to answer. I think it's a good thing.
Yeah.
Um, I I personally wait, hold on, what was it saying? If someone wanted to hug me, pretty much I'm giving them a full bear hug, straight up. That's how I like to hug people. I like to give them a full, super nice embrace for the most part. That's how I am. I'm not going to turn down a hug as long as it's sincere. Absolutely. That's the kind of person that I am. What do you think?
Um, well, my question to Mystic would be like, in general, as a person, like, do you feel comfortable with people coming up to hug you? And does it, would you hug a stranger? Because there's, some people are like, I'll hug anybody anytime. And then I guess the other side of the spectrum would be like, I will hug close family members or a loved one or maybe my girlfriend or significant other. But other than that, don't touch me. So I mean, as a person, like, I guess, how do you feel about it in general? Then we can go from there. Oh, here I'm okay. He has a response. Okay, I'm just reading Mystic's response.
Yeah. I'm overly physically affectionate, touchy-feely, and touch-starved, but I will always restrain myself at first. It'll hurt if you say no, but I won't argue. Ask you why, but then first.
Yeah,
Yeah, I get it. I'm like that too. I'm pretty affectionate, I mean, shoot. As long as you're giving me that vibe that I hate to say it, I mean, I'm straight. So as long as you're not giving me super weird vibes and it's genuine, I love that. I'm affectionate too. I crave that. I think maybe I wasn't hugged enough as a kid or something, but I am I'm I'd be like hugging you right back, man. You know, I think that
yeah,
can
for
really
sure.
heal people.
Yeah, no, hugs can be super nice. As I have no problem with people who are affectionate. I don't think it's bad that you mentioned being like overly physically affectionate and wanting to hug and show love to people. Like I kind of love that. And one thing I do sometimes is I do want to know, and it sounds like you're respectful of other people. Like I want to know if this person is going to be comfortable with a hug or not. So sometimes I'll just ask, like as we're having our first conversation, like, hey, are you a hugger? And or something like that, and if they are and if they're comfortable with that, they'll say, yeah, right away, and they'll like go in for a hug. If they're not, they'll be like, no, not really. And then that way you avoid like any uncomfortable feelings, just by asking a simple question.
Yeah, I guess it is situational. It depends on the situation. It's got to kind of like be the right moment. Um,
Yeah.
but when it comes to dudes, that's one thing. But if I do have a girlfriend, I'm Mr. Snuggle, bear. I mean, I like to snuggle and hug and be super affectionate. Absolutely, that's how I am. But I know a lot of guys aren't like that. So I guess it just depends on the situation. And also, I want to say that you're all the other dude. I wouldn't. That guy was total. Cyrus is totally fine. It's all good to talk in all caps, and I think that he's funny. So,
Yeah, no cap, no, I don't, caps are fine.
yeah. So yeah, hugs. What I don't like is Cyrus says he would feel safer hugging a tree. That's cool too. Then you'd be grounding. You'd be grounding yourself to the earth. So that's good. That'd be healthy. I hug
Yeah,
trees too.
no, I love that, Cyrus. It's all good.
Oh, okay. So Mystic Shadow, I didn't realize is actually a female. Okay, cool. So it's not a sausage fest in here. She's a female who's straight who loves hugs.
Yeah, thank you for clarifying, Mystic. A few friends who told me that I'm the calmest, but my mind is chaos. Oh,
I
okay.
think
Very.
all of us. It's all good. What
Yeah,
were you
no,
gonna say?
that's just like it's a good point. I'm thinking about it now. Like, how do you know sometimes whether or not to hug somebody? Like maybe somebody needs and wants a hug, but they're not going to speak up and say it. It's an interesting kind of topic, I guess. And we live like, I mean, everybody's got a cell phone now, so we're actually losing human connection left and right. So people have less like human contact. They don't make a lot of eye contact. There's going to be less opportunity for an interaction to turn into a hug because everybody's looking at their damn phone all the time. So
Right.
it's a good. I
Right.
like it. Good thoughts.
Absolutely. And Cyrus just said, "Thanks for having me. I'm just a little bored. I have no life," and that's okay because a lot of us, I don't have much of a life, either. A lot of us, that's the problem, is that society today is not like at all like what it was, even when we were kids, where when we were younger, people would be outside playing in the streets. You had community, people were shaking each other's hands, hugging, loving on each other, big families. Now everyone's on their phone, isolated. Shoot, it's hard to even get someone to say hello to you. I mean, you wouldn't know, you wouldn't even believe how many times I say good morning or hello to someone at work or just going about my day, and I get nothing. And I just think that's super rude. Um, let alone daring to get a hug from anyone. And some people just have a hard time showing affection, I guess. So I understand that too. But I think that a lot of people are starved for human connection and compassion and human touch. It's really a normal thing, super normal thing.
Yeah, for sure. No, no, um, I was just looking at Mystic was talking about old movies, and it made me think of I recently was watched the movie. There's super old movie in black and white called Gaslight. It is a black and white film. I do recommend it. I watched it all the way to the end, but this movie is the origin of the term gaslighting or to gaslight someone, um, which is really interesting. And it was cool to watch this old fashioned movie that was the basis of the term. I never knew that before, but the in the movie, this guy is trying to he's with his wife. He lives in his wife in this old like giant house, and he's trying to convince her that she's gone crazy, and he's doing it by turning up and down the gas on an old fashioned gas light that where the flame is made taller or shorter by adding a little bit of gas to it. So that's gaslighting. So that's the origin. I won't go too I'm too far off on a tangent there, but I like old movies too, Mystic, so that's cool. You should watch it. Gaslight.
I'll have to watch that too. I haven't seen it. That's interesting.
That's
I kind of love I kind of love what Cyrus just said. He said, "I love how the conversation went from drugs to hugs." And maybe
yeah.
that would be a great that's a good saying. Like, like maybe we could make the title of this episode like from drugs to hugs or some, I don't know. It's kind of, I like that. Sounds funny. It's kind of cool.
I kinda like it too. Yeah. Maybe that could be the title of the one on Thursday, From Drugs to Hugs.
Yeah. Yeah, that'd be kind of good.
That's really, really it's like a positive message right from the get.
So
Favorite
now
movie.
Mystics, yeah. The only one that I know of on you is really the only one I've ever seen was My Cousin Vinny.
I love a lot of old Clint Eastwood movies. I can't seem to find a streaming service where I can watch Clint Eastwood movies, which has had me kind of frustrated lately because I've been wanting to watch them. And but I watched a couple, and Heartbreak Ridge is a great movie. Is it?
Yeah. I might have seen that, but Heartbreak Ridge. Who's in that?
Um, God, I'm trying to remember. It's been a long time since I saw Heartbreak Ridge.
See, I got to get my computer over here too. This is great. Like, I want to do this and then do the same thing you're doing, so I can actually look stuff up and be like, "Oh, what is that?"
Yeah, no, Clint Eastwood
So,
Yeah, Heartbreak Ridge is a Clint Eastwood movie. I'm trying to think of some of the other actors in it.
Okay, but this is great though. I'm loving how this is going. I kind of love just being able to like just go off into different tangents and talk about all kinds of stuff. And the viewers help tremendously
Yeah,
with
I know the cool
shooting
thing
that
said
convo.
um on Thursday we're gonna have a couple people that you think will definitely like contribute their thoughts and get involved.
For sure. Oh yeah. Yeah, that'll be cool. I can't wait to actually post this, and then I will do some shorts, and I'll reach out to some of the people that I know like through this app, and just remind them that hey, join us on Thursday, whatever. It'll be really cool. So today's Tuesday, and we got tomorrow to let things kind of fester. We'll write some things down maybe, and I think this thing could really it's fun. I'm having a great time, and I think we could improve it, and make it even more like entertaining for people.
Yeah, I know, I agree. It's fun. I'm glad we got to have some fun, and I got to get used to how to use it and stuff.
And you
That's
and I
my
basically talk like this all the time, anyways. So it's like might as well do it like this, so other people
yeah,
can
that's
enjoy.
yeah, no, I kind of love it. It's just um I live in Maine and Matt lives in Michigan, Cyrus, and we're both from Michigan. So,
Yeah,
um
we both grew up in Michigan, hanging out. We
yeah.
used to play in a punk rock band called what was it? It was the Sickies, and then later on, yeah, it was the Sickies, and then later on the Rejects.
Hmm.
And oh, dude, I'm gonna later on, I'm gonna get those pictures, some of those pictures from when we used to play, and put that in the background to show people because that'd be kind of fun.
That would be awesome.
Yeah, we were in the
Yeah,
gumpiest punk rock band ever. So
I would love that. I'm just playing with the green screen and I put this coaster behind me. I do woodworking, and so behind me, let's see, right there, is an up close picture of I took a slice of a tree and sanded it down real nice and put a clover on it and made it for my friend because she's part Irish. My friend Heather gave it to her, so that's my woodworking. If anybody cares, I like it. Super
that looks
nice.
amazing. I love it.
Yeah, it's like kind of a chunky coaster. So if you were to put like a coffee mug on it, there'd still be a little bit of more tree. Like it's a little bit bigger than a coffee mug. Yeah, that's what I've been doing.
I love that. That's really cool. I don't think you ever showed me that one. Steve.
No, I don't think I did. No, I showed you the one with the turtles, the one I did for my mom, and I showed you one other one, but not the clover one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, maybe on the next live you can show us some more of your work because I know some of it looks really good.
Yeah, definitely. I like it.
Well,
I
we're
like
we're getting a little. Go ahead, buddy. Sorry.
Oh no, go ahead. Did you want to wrap it up?
Well, I just thought that we're kind of at a good point. We're just past an hour, um, and it's been a pretty great talk. And yeah, we could maybe close it off and then get ready for Thursday.
Oh,
Cyrus
hang
says
on.
I
Let
have a friend. Yeah, let's see what the people are saying.
me read this real quick. I'm smiling along with you guys. That's awesome. Um, Mystic, I want you to come back on Thursday when we do our live stream, okay, and hang out with us. You seem just super nice and like willing to interact with us, which we love.
Yeah, yeah. Thanks, Cyrus. You're cool, dude. You're welcome here. And then Mystic Shadow says, I'm just smiling along with you guys. I'm happy to be included and be heard. I don't care if people disagree with me. I only care if they're listening. It's nice. You guys are nice. Yeah, and I mean, honestly, for me, there's nothing that you've said at all that I disagree with. You seem really nice, Mystic, and you're more than welcome in the space. We appreciate you being here, and you're part of the crew now. So, um,
Absolutely. Love it.
Mystic was asking what time. Go ahead, Danny.
What are we doing Thursday at 7 p.m.? Was that the plan?
Yeah, do you want to go ahead and commit to that? It seems like a pretty good time
Yeah,
for
let's
people.
commit to let's do 7 p.m. on Thursday.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
That's what I'm gonna promote and let people know about. So yeah,
Mhm.
7 p.m. on Thursday, Mystic and Cyrus, and we'd love to see you guys with us and have you join.
Yeah, we'd love to have you back. Mystic is the first person that started talking to us and sharing her idea, so we like that. And yeah, I guess you're right. This one we're a little bit over an hour, so yeah, I guess just if anybody does see this and you're interested, join us on Thursday. Um, me, Danny, and Matt will talk a little bit more about addiction and people's struggles. And we love when people join and just share their feelings and with us, and with we'll talk about that too. And we like we like it. We like people. That's all I have to say. What about you, Matt?
Yeah, that sounds great. I love it. Cyrus was asking what time. We're gonna do it at 7 p.m. Eastern time. Cyrus, you are more than welcome to come, be part of the conversation. You were totally fine. I mean, so absolutely. And as far as I'm concerned, we'll close it down. And this is Lost at 40 signing out. I'll see you guys
Later.
later. I'll call you in a minute, Danny.
Yep, right on.